Welcome to another episode of Capsule Games. This time I talk about a game from Capcom, the company famous for its fighting, action, adventure and shooter games, which as many others, it began making arcade games, and as a natural evolution, later for consoles. But there's a genre in which it was rare for Capcom to create games. It's sports, of which there were few games they created, mainly in the 90s. Of those, the ones that maybe were the most popular are Mega Man Soccer and Saturday Night Slam Masters of Wrestling. However, there was a game released in 1997 for arcade that was uncommon despite using the CPS-2 hardware, popular by games like Street Fighter Alpha, Darkstalkers, and the first ones of Marvel.
Mini Soccer, Kickstart,
Tennis, Smash,
Basketball, Dance Star, Capcom Sports Rally,
That's it. This game is Capcom Sports Club, a game that merges in a simple format sports like tennis as Smash Stars, basketball as Dunk Stars, and soccer as Kick Stars. Something that stands out at first in this game is its graphical design, very colorful like many games created for that hardware, with nice animations, highlighting the funny and light style of the game, having the characters look like toy figures. The game's music and sound are very well made, adding a good environment when having music according to each stage, and announcers according to each sport. When starting a game, you have the option of choosing of which sports you wanna play, having the options of playing a solo tournament or only one match between two players, with the option to continue playing the other sports if you achieve to win the tournament. Unlike in the fighting games, a second player can enter to challenge at any moment. The controls are simple, working with a digital joystick and 3 buttons, with different functions depending on the sport. Once chosen the sport you're going to play, it's then given the option of playing with players or teams from different countries, changing the kind of countries that appears depending on the region of the machine, if it's Japanese, Asian, American, Latin American or European. In Smash Stars of tennis, you have to choose different girls with names and looks according to their country and with different skills, noticing the one on the upper row, which are labeled for beginners. In the actual game, the announcer girl tells the score and game changes.
Advantage receiver, championship point, out, two. Next, love four, match point.
Having to win a match already started, with draw sets and with some games to win. The controls are similar as in another tennis games, with the detail that you can bounce the ball before the service if you move the stick up or down. The A button is for smash, P button for middle strike, and C button for fly ball. The stage changes each match, having little effect on the gameplay, playing on 4 different cards. In Dunk Stars of basketball, you start with the option of choosing your 3-player team with looks and uniform according to their nationality, paying attention to how each team has different skill settings, having specific players for one of the 4 positions: shooter, center, defensive, and offensive. In this event, the announcer tells the score and the moves you make, getting excited in some plays.
ready, go! Shoot! Go! Go! Time out!
At this event, the joystick is used to move your player, A button to shoot and block, B button to pass and steal the ball, and C button to run. On the game, you can make single, 3-point shots, and dunks that can have many funny effects depending from the position you jump from, if you're running, and your character's strength, because sometimes they really can fly or break the basket with the screen. In Kickstart of Soccer, at the beginning you can choose your 5 players team with looks and uniform matching their country, having each team their own skills and formations. On this sport, the announcers tell the start of each play, the goals, and the injury times.
Kickoff! Oh, did it! Injury time! Time up!
The control setting for this game works with the A button for shoot, B button for pass and tackle, and C button for jump and slide. In each match, there are different kinds of fields, including a flooded one, having the game style as indoor soccer, in which the ball doesn't go out, but it bounces on the wall limits. And one funny thing is that you can shoot in any situation, even if the ball is with a rival, showing many times a visual effect from the power of the shoot. Around these sports, a secondary goal is to create a manager, to which you put your initials and choose its sex, with the objective of having good profits with the money he gets according to the athlete's performance, showing between each match his or her funny reactions as he or she gets more and more money. As extras in this game, there are extra matches with more difficult rivals that challenge you after winning the final and having good score on every match. These special rivals are Love or Melody in tennis, Golden USA in basketball, and Star in soccer, and some people say that there's a way to unlock these rivals to play with them. If anyone knows something, please tell me. This game is always very fun for me. In the time it was released, I played it a lot at the arcade I used to go, near to my favorite comic store, being the golden age for Capcom arcades. What I always enjoy are those graphic and visual details, like showing small funny animations of people jumping and cheering your plays, and the funny phrases of the soccer announcer, being my favorite one,
Oh, beautiful!
not missing to mention the other ones.
Marvelous! Neat! Cool!
Unfortunately, this game has just been available for arcades, and there's no other version, becoming a forgotten game, having only used the Smash Stars platform on the Dreamcast online game Netto de Tennis. Thanks for watching the video, see you on the next one, and please leave your comments.